Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the series which I've called the Chronicles of Sovik. Here is the man in question, my level 10 Affliction Warlock. This is the third episode. If you missed any of the previous two, check out the channel. Both of them are linked in the same playlist. But here he is. At the end of the last episode, we got to reach level 10. We picked our specialisation, so we decided to go for an Affliction Warlock, which was the default setting anyway. We haven't really done an awful lot in terms of progressing any of the gear, so we've still got all the basic gear. Although we did pick up a very nice sort of level 10 staff at the end there as a quest reward. In terms of what we've got in terms of contents, gold and items, we're up to a Mahusive 37 silver, 26 copper, and we've got a mixture of some pretty trashy items, but we did select herbalism last time, so we've got 12 silver leaf. We've also picked up 9 Peace Bloom and 3 Earth Root. And we've also got a drop from one of the mobs, which was this native branch of Eora, which according to TSM on my realm, which is US Dalaran, there are none on the auction house at the moment as of 32 minutes ago. So, what's the plan for this short evening stream? You can probably tell it's a little bit darker than the previous two videos. I've got no lighting here at the moment in terms of video production. So I'm having to rely on natural light. If I turn the lights on above my head, it just doesn't look particularly good. So I'm going to try and keep this very short. But the focus for tonight is we're going to move away from leveling. What we're going to try and do tonight is go and earn some gold. And we're going to do that in one of two ways. First thing, we're going to get ourselves to Orgrim up to the auction house. We're going to get these herbs, this native branch, onto the auction house and see if we can make some gold that way. Because we're going to start needing some more bag space. We've got our backpack. We've got 2 6-slot dusty bags, well, in a small red pouch. They're not going to cut the mustard as we go and do more questing and Enduritas. We're going to try and get rid of them, make a little bit of gold, and try and improve the bag space. That's going to be the first priority. However, we're not going to get any gold straight away from selling these herbs or selling this native branch. So what we're also going to do is we're going to hit the Darkmoon Faire, which is on at the moment. So if I check the calendar, the Darkmoon Faire started midnight on Sunday, so we're nearly 2 days into it. We're going to go there with our new fishing talent. We're going to try and get some Darkmoon Dagamores. We're going to get some Darkmoon Firewater. We're going to throw them on the auction house. First one's pretty cheap, just to get a bit of cash going in. And then I'm going to show you how I fish the Darkmoon Faire, where to fish, what to focus on. I'm probably going to end the stream up for a short period of time. And then offline, I'm going to do some more fishing, get some more Darkmoon Dagamores, get some more Firewater, get them on the auction house. And then tomorrow morning we can go and check the auction house and see how we've got on. Okay, so all that said, we're not going to achieve outstanding in Senjin Valley. So it's time for Sovik to get on his to get marching. So I think we can probably fly up there. That's it, raise a hill, that's where we need to head. So let's go and speak to the bat handler. Okay, we can't actually go, bizarrely, to raise a hill straight away. We have to walk there. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip that for now, rather than walking there. And we're going to go straight to Orgrim, straight to the auction house, and let's get on with some gold making. So let's tidy the bags up. What have we got in here that we can get rid of? The bent staff, we don't need no more. The longbow staff, we don't need no more. Both of them are on the auction house already for a minimal amount of gold. So we're not going to worry about that. The crawler meat, which was 12 gold earlier on, is now down to 1 gold. So it just shows there's 25 auctions of it. We'll have to see when we get up to the auction house. It might still be worth throwing on. But the main things we're going to concentrate on are the herbs, which I mentioned before, that native branches I spoke before, and we also got this vendor flip. I forgot about that. This recipe with this sliver skin mackerel. We'll throw that on as well. I'm not sure we're going to throw it on for 374 gold and undercut, and like the lowest bid at the moment. We might throw it on quite cheap and see if we can get like a buyer who sees it as a bargain. The linen cloth, we'll probably just keep hold of for now. We're bound to pick some more of that up in due course. But it's just getting that initial gold. Let's get the bags improved and get on the way. I mean, no rush to improve any of the gear at the moment. We've had no issues with any of the mobs we've fought so far, even up to sort of level 10. We've got some more spells, and now we're specialised with our imp as well. We don't seem to be having issues sort of taking care of them. So it's going to be a quick dash to the auction house. We can get our skilling training done as well, which we haven't done, and I pretty sure I know where the Skin and Trainer is, and an Orgrimmar. We'll get that done, then we'll go get ourselves to the Darkmoon Faire. Okay, so thankfully it's a very short ride. Then where we need to go is down here, down this lift. Can we be? I wonder if we're going to go down with this girl as well. Yep. She must be away from the keyboard. Okay, so first things first, let's go and get the skinning done first. Then we're going to go to the auction house. Then we'll go to Darkmoon Faire. Again, it is slow going with that amount at the moment. It shouldn't be too much longer, maybe a day or two before we reach level 20. And pick up amount. Right, now the Skin and Trainer is definitely one of these guys. It's not him. There we go, level works. I dare say he's in there. Skin and Trainer. Blood and thunder. 10 copper. Brilliant. Okay, so for anyone who may have forgotten what professions I've got, that is now herbalism and skinning done, as well as fishing. In fact, do we need a skinning knife? I cannot remember. I'm not sure we do. Okay, back up here to the auction house. So in terms of the listing, the herbs I'm going to throw on at the cheapest value. So they have come down. The Silverleaf, the Peace Bloom, and the Earthroot were all around about 3 gold earlier on today. So we'll have a look. It might just be one of them at each at a low cost, but we do need them to sell. There's no point sitting there and trying to relist them. We haven't got the benefit of having the Brutosaur mount. We can't list auction house stuff on the go. I've got no plan on hanging around Orgrimmar. You know, this character needs to start leveling up and need to be on his adventures rather than hang around Capital City. So we do need things to go quite quickly. Same with the native branch. So I'm probably not going to put things on for too high a price. It's actually quite busy here. Obviously, this is my first experience of being in Orgrimmar on this new US server, Dalaran. Okay, let's just switch straight to the WoW interface. Sell. Okay, let's get the herbs on first. Okay, so there's 55 of them on 50 silver. There's 26 of them on 75 silver. And then after that, it goes up to 2 gold. So what we're going to do to begin with, because we're going to pick some more of these up, we're just going to put it on for 12 hours at the minimum, at the lowest price, and let's get rid of them. Same with the Peace Bloom. I could potentially put it on for 7 gold and try and hope that all the 1 gold 40 there gets bought up. But we're going to be making money sooner rather than later anyway, so let's just get rid of them. And the Silverleaf, there's 60 on for 75 silver. Again, let's just get rid of it. It hasn't took us much time at all to pick these up, so let's just throw these on. Okay, so this is the one where there was none on the auction house, the native branch in the Aurora. We do need it to go. It is a pretty useful item. It is actually quite useful for myself as well. So let's put it on. It's got a region market value average of 1,766. Let's put it on for 200. If it doesn't go, we can have a rethink tomorrow whether we use it, whether we put it on for a lower or higher amount. But 200 right now seems to be, I think, a fair price. And finally, this vendor flip. Now we do need this to go. It cost us, I think it was like 36 copper. So let's throw this on for a very cheeky 50 gold. Let's get rid of that. Job done. Right, the crawler meat is already up to 12 gold 61. Now, that is interesting, but there's 140 of them on there. Let's throw ours on for 5 gold each. We've got 6 of them. So even if we sell all of them, that's 30 gold, which is fantastic. And the rest of this stuff I would class as junk. Okay, let's have a quick look at the bag prices, because that's going to be one of the things that we're going to need to get sooner rather than later. Okay, sorted by slots. So I probably want to be going in here at the deep sea bag. 30 slot bag for 100 gold each. It's 234 on the market. 21 at that price. The other option I would have, if I didn't go for that, would probably be going down to either the Frostweave, which is a 20 slot bag, or even down to the Netherweave, which is a 16 slot bag for 10 gold. Now clearly we can't buy any of these bags now, we've got 31 silver. So I think what I'm going to try and do is get a bit of cash and then try and get 4 of the deep sea bags. And I think that will be a good bag for us moving forwards. We shouldn't be struggling with the space at that stage. Okay. What we need to do though, with our limited bag space, is get rid of some of this rubbish we've got down here. So let's go to this fruit vendor. Get rid of all this. I'm probably going to get rid of this cheese, this spring water, the jerky. We'll keep the healing potion and we'll keep the linen cloth. Get rid of all that. That gives us a bit more bag space. Okay, so what do we need to do now? We need to go and get ourselves up to the Darkmoon Faire. Now, there is a Darkmoon Faire representative who is pretty much at the flight path where we got off. So if we go back up there, we can pay the girl, I think it's maybe like 25 copper or something like that, and she'll teleport us to where the Darkmoon Faire is. In fact, before we do that, we've got a halfstone. Let's use our halfstone at one of the inns here. And that way, when we finish with the Darkmoon Faire, we can just come straight back here, no problems. We use the inn over by the auction house, and then we can list the stuff which we pick up from the Darkmoon Faire. Now, one of these is an inn. I believe it's that one, yep, the Broken Tusk. Right next to the auction house, not a million miles away from the vendor. Sorry, not the vendor, the flight master. Right, where's the innkeeper in here? Must be this chap. No, barkeeps. No, there we go, went past her. Okay, make this in your home. Otherwise, we'll go straight back to the starting area again, which wouldn't be useful. Broken Tusk is now your home, which is great. Now, we've got 2 options to get into the Darkmoon Faire. We can either turn left and go and get the portal to Thunderbluff. In fact, we've got 3 options. We could either go and get the blimp, Zeppelin to Thunderbluff as well, which does take a bit of time, or we can just pay the girl at the Darkmoon Faire representative small amount of gold who will take us straight down to the starting point of the Darkmoon Faire, which is exactly where we're going to go. So we need to wait for this little lift to turn back up. And here it is. Okay, so where is she? Here she is. The Darkmoon Faire Mystic Mage. So all you need to do, just go up to her, take the quest, and then you've got the option, Darkmoon Faire is now open. For a small fee, I can teleport you to the fairground staging area. Would you like to go? Take me to the staging area, 25 copper, accept, and off we go. Now, for Darkmoon Faire in itself, it's got a multitude of different activities to do there, whether it's the games, whether it's pet battles, whether it's doing in profession skills, whether it's the fishing, so many. So I'm not going to try and explain all these in this video. What I am going to do is just show you how to get to the Darkmoon Faire, and this is where it is at the moment. Well, it's where it is all the time, just outside Thunderbluff. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to make some gold there, which is going to set Sovik up for the next sort of few weeks, few levels of his life. What you can do at this stage, if you haven't got a mount, is jump on one of these Darkmoon Striders, and that'll give us a more speedier ride down. So instead of running 100%, we're now running at 160%. I think we actually also got our first achievement points. Oh no, our second. So we got some for 10 points for reaching level 10, which we did in the last episode earlier on today. And then we've also picked up 5 achievement points for attending the Darkmoon Faire. So here it is. So first thing we're going to do is find the person we need to hand this quest into. We'll get a little bit of experience. I think we get some Darkmoon Faire tokens as well, which we're not going to use straight away at this stage. Here we go. So the Darkmoon Faire. Yes, friend, may I help you? Do you have a voucher that needs redeeming? We do have a voucher, which was given to us by the Mystic Mage. Let's hand that in. The Darkmoon Faire. Welcome to the Darkmoon Faire. This voucher is good for 5 prize tickets and a free copy of the world-renowned Darkmoon Adventures Guide. When you accumulate prize tickets, you'll want to speak to me about redeeming them for valuable prizes. This handy field guide will help you to locate and identify items of value to our collectors here at the fair. So the Darkmoon Adventurers Guide we'll just keep in our bags. That way if we do any sort of dungeons, which we will do as we level up, we might find items in there which we can bring back to a subsequent Darkmoon Fair. And we've got these prize tickets as well, plus 320 experience. So we'll complete that quest. We'll also get this quest here, which is from Kerry Hicks, the strongest woman alive. Test your strength. For some people, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. I call those people weak. To be the strongest, you have to hurt someone or something. You hurt yourself as you push your body to its limits. You hurt those that threaten the well-being of others. If you want to be the strongest, you have to fight. How bad do you want it? I want you to crush those that would offer a challenge to you and bring me back proof of your triumphs. So what do we need to do with this? So she wants us to collect 250 Grizzly trophies. Trophies are obtained as long as you kill creatures that offer experience or honour and you have the Darkmoon Adventurers Guide with you. Which we do, which is that handy little book. And then we'll get 10 Darkmoon prize tickets for that. So we're going to be killing creatures anyway as we go leveling up. So this is just an easy quest and we'll get 10 tickets for it. So we've got that in our quest chain. Brilliant. Okay, so let's talk about the fishing because we're nearly there. My fishing at the moment is level 1. So I haven't put any sort of fishing progress on there. Now, from experience, fishing the Darkmoon waters, you're after the Darkmoon Daggermort, which are the fish which you can then take to one of these vendors over here, which if you've got enough of them, you can either turn into a pet. It's not that vendor, it must be this one.
Do not loiter.
You can either turn into a pet, which is this one. The translucent shell, which costs 100 fish. Or if you get enough of them, you can get the Darkmoon skate, which costs 500 fish. So I can see at the moment, fish on my server are worth 12 gold, 44 silver each per fish. So you can see with our 32 silver, 19 copper, even one fish is already giving us, what's that, 10, 30, 40 times as much money as what we've got at the moment. So it makes sense for beginners, if you start a new character when the Darkmoon Faire is on, as it is at the moment, to take advantage of that. So we have stepped aside from the questing, we've stepped aside from the leveling. We're going to spend a little bit of time here, not all of it on video because it'll bore you senseless watching me fish all the time, to get some Darkmoon Daggermores, to sell them on the auction house. They've got a very good sell rate. To get some of the Darkmoon Firewaters, which also sell on the auction house, to raise the gold, to then make sure that the next sort of however many levels we're prepared, got the bags, and got enough gold for our riding and various bits and pieces. So that's the intent anyway. We don't need anything from this fishing trainer. I think we're all good to go. We don't need any sort of fishing supplies. So, how do we do it? So at level 1 fishing, which is what I am at the moment, the vast majority of times I cast my water into this open water here, and my rod into this open water, I'm going to collect trash. Let me give you an example. So I'm going to go into my professions. Oh, here we go. I'm going to drop fishing down into number 7. So if I cast at level 1, this is, we've got a bite, and the bite is an empty clamshell worth 30 bronze. So we'll have another go. We actually got a fish that time, which is quite remarkable. So that's worth 12 gold. So let's tuck him away up there. Okay, an empty rum bottle. That's more like what I was expecting rather than a fish. So you can see I'm picking a lot of trash up around here. Now again, from experience, although our fishing skill is going up, it's now up to level 4, it's probably going to take me 45 minutes to an hour to get my fishing skill up to a level where I'm regularly catching the Darkmoon Dagamores. And you really need a fishing level about 100 to 120 to start getting a Dagamore each time you cast. And we will get there. However, there is an alternative way to make gold before you have to worry about leveling your fishing up. So what you're looking for, which we can't see on the mini-map at the moment, but we're looking for wreckage in the water. When you fish into the wreckage, you have a chance of collecting a chest, a Darkmoon chest. And inside the chest, you'll have fish, the Darkmoon Dagamores. You'll have some other trash items in there as well. But you'll also get in there a Darkmoon Firewater. And that's where you get the Darkmoon Firewaters from. You'll also do that, catch that, at whatever fishing level you've got. So even if you're fishing level 1, you're not going to be getting rum bottles and clamshells from that. You will get a chest from there. Now each one of the wreckages, let's see if we can find one first. Each one of the wreckages will give you 1 or 2 chests from there. And again, it's just RNG. Sometimes you cast, you get 1, sometimes you cast, you get 2. Now what you also get as well is competition. So some of these individuals around here, especially the guys on the fishing raft, is probably also looking for these wreckages. So we just need to keep our eyes peeled and see if we can actually see it. Again, being on foot rather than actually having a mount isn't ideal. If you actually had a mount that is at level 20, you'd be able to zoom around here a little bit quicker than you would be if you're walking around like I am, or running around like I am at 100% speed. The Darkmoon itself, if you've never been here to the Darkmoon Faire, there is no flying here. It's everyone's on foot or sort of ground mounts. It does even things up a little bit. Okay, so far, no wreckage seen. And the actual beach where we're going to look stops around the corner here. So let's see if we can find one. If we can't, we'll just turn back around again and see if we can find one coming back. Now, there is a balance, especially when you're a higher level fisherman and your skill's a bit higher. Is it more valuable just to stand there and fish in one spot to collect the Dagamores, or is it worth actually running around the beach like I'm doing at the moment, looking for the wreckage? When your fishing level is a bit high, it probably is just worth standing in one spot, unless you desperately need the firewater. If that is the case, then it is worth just going up and down and looking for the pools, because the Darkmoon Firewater does sell particularly well. I know I've sold some in the last week of my EU realm, before the Darkmoon Faire came back up again. There you go, there's some wreckage. Shipwreck Debris, that's what it's called. And I was selling it for 150 gold each. So, let's get ourselves in position. Make sure the actual cast goes in the middle of the pool, which it has at the moment. Let's open our bags up. And there we go. So we got 1 out of that. We got an achievement called the Old Gnome in the Sea. Successfully fished from a school, which is what that was. And then we got one of these sealed Darkmoon crates. So if we right click it to open, we got 9 silver. We got a 1 times Darkmoon Firewater, which is still going for 100 gold on the auction house at the moment, as well as getting some other items, which generally is not particularly very good. This is just vendor stuff. But again, we started, I think, with 30 silver. Even these salty sea dogs is worth 20 silver. So even if we just sell this and vendor this and we never even got this, we've actually made a good chunk of money from what we have done in the last hour of actually leveling. So it's definitely worth doing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is run back round here, see if we can find another one. Okay, Moonfang is up. Moonfang is a rare spawn which appears on the Darkmoon Isle. Let's go and actually go and have a look, see if we can find her. That's where she is on the mini-map, Moonfang. In fact, we can see her there. So there she is. Now she drops, I know this is a slight detour from doing the fishing, but as we're here, she drops a pet called Moon. She drops Moon Fanged Shroud and Moonfang's Paw. Now I know that some of them are sellable on the auction house. What you need to do though is to kill her and then loot the body. Now let's have a look at Moonfang. Let's move that little arrow over here. Moonfang has got 47,000 health. We can't see what level she is. I have got 324 health. There is no way that I'm going to be able to defeat Moonfang by myself. However, that does not mean that you can't get involved in the fight. What you can do is wait until there's a big enough group up here, and people are starting to form at the moment. And then once they're formed, try and get 1 or 2 hits on Moonfang, stay out of trouble, wait until Moonfang is dead, and then you've still got an opportunity then to go and loot the body. Now I know some of the items that you potentially can loot are level locked, let's say level 90 for example. But it doesn't mean that you can't still then just pick them up and put them on the auction house. So there we go. So Moonfang at the moment is engaged in combat. Again, we're going to play this fairly safe. We do not want to start getting involved at the moment. So we'll keep a safe distance. It's not like I'm trying to shirk any damage responsibility. There is not going to be too much damage that I'm going to do as a level 10 against Moonfang with her now 38,000 health. But it doesn't mean that we can't get involved and get involved with the loot. Now I'd love for the pet to drop. That would be fantastic. Okay, let's try and get some damage on her. Okay, so there we go. I've just put corruption on. Stay away from that beast there. I've got a funny feeling we might be getting killed here. And there we go. So, I wouldn't say it was a particularly fair fight. We took the chance, we ran for it. But that just means that we can just go back to our body. We've still tagged Moonfang. That's Sovik's first death on this character. In fact, how was the best way of getting around there? Probably the way we just came from. I'm not sure there's a shortcut through, to be honest with you, unless we can cut through there. Let's have a look. Nope, can't get through that bit. We can get up onto that ledge we can get through. Okay, I can't see any obvious way through, so we're going to just take the long way around. Yeah. That was never going to be a fight we were going to win. I'm not entirely sure what level the pack members are, but they're going to be certainly a lot higher than level 10. But hopefully by the time we get back round there, the fight may, or should be over. There you go, she's been slain. We tagged her, so there should be some loot. Let's go and have a look. Of course, we're going to need to resurrect first, we're not too far away. Now we ran over in this direction, we did, yeah. So there we go. Now let's just see if we can, so there we go. So we can loot Moonfang. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we got Moonfang's Pelt, which is a item you need to be level 90 to start the quest. But you can sell it on the auction house. And at the moment it's going for 2,500 gold with a regional average daily sale rate of 0.08. So we died, granted, and it's not ideal that poor Sovik had his first death at the hands of one of Moonfang's sort of pack members. However, the reward which we got for it, which was the Moonfang's Pelt, If that's going to get us a little bit of gold on the auction house, that is going to be fantastic. So, you say, well, no, that's all right. There you go. Level 120 the Snarler was. So it probably was a level 120 that killed us at level 10. So what we'll do, when we get back to the auction house, which I will do later on tonight after I close the video, finish the video, we'll get that on the auction house and we'll see how much money we can get for it. There we go, we've got some more debris there. Let's fish that and see how much gold we can make by tomorrow. Okay, again, that school has only given us 1 crate. That one crate has given us yet another Darkmoon Firewater. It's given us 4 more of the Darkmoon Daggermoors, as well as some little potions as well. Okay, let's see if we can find 1 more. Now, you do get some of the debris around these islands as well. So this is where we got the first one from, which was up there. I cannot see anything up there at the moment. Let's just get a little bit closer in case it's a graphics issue, which it isn't. Okay, let's go back this way. Again, it just feels so slow with no mount whatsoever. This might be something, the Darkmoon Faire, but when we get to level 20, I might come back. Once I've got a mount, I'll try and get a little bit of initial gold now, as in overnight, try and get some fishing done, get some more of these Darkmoon Firewaters, some more of the Daggermoors, get them on the auction house. Even if I sell these at 10 gold each, that's 80 gold. Even if I sell these at 50 gold each, that's another 100 gold. So if you think how much the bags were, that's a good chunk towards the bags already. And that's not including Moonfang's Pelt, which was a very Brucey bonus. That'll go on there. Again, I'll look for a very, very bargain cut price to get rid of that. It's not going to be any use to me. There we go. So we'll get that listed. Okay, so that's given us 2 crates. We're going to have 2 goes at fishing this. So we went up to 4 Darkmoon Firewaters, 16 of the fish, the Daggermoors, as well as another load of bits and pieces down here, which really doesn't sell for anything. This is all just going to apart from that. The rest of this stuff is all just going to be vended in due course. You can see with the bag space we've got at the moment, it's already limited. We're already starting to struggle up here. But once we do get bigger bags, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video there, because I don't think it's going to serve a great deal of purpose watching me run up and down this beach, fish these schools, or stand in one spot getting loads of these rum bottles for a period of time. So I'm going to end the video there. I think it's been about 30-40 minutes of gameplay. So we've done no leveling. We put a very, very small amount of experience on, which is probably literally just going to the Darkmoon Faire, which is fine. We're now in gold making mode. So what I'm going to do off video, off stream for the rest of the evening, is I'm going to do some fishing around here. I'm going to try and get my fishing from level 8 quite high, just going to push it up. Try and get some more of these Darkmoon Daggermoors. I'm going to throw them on the auction house. I'm going to throw the Firewater on the auction house as well, get as many of them as I possibly can. Throw it on overnight, and then we'll see next video how much money we've got in the bank, and hopefully we've got some enough to buy some bags and get us moving on as we go and do some further questing. Okay, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this sort of content. I'm going to go before I lose the light here. If you liked the video and you've seen the other 2 before that, please leave a thumbs up on the video. That'd be fantastic. These are my first sort of YouTube videos I've ever made. So if you've got any comments about what I can do to improve or change bits and pieces, they would be appreciated. If not, have a good rest of your day, and the next video should be out tomorrow. Okay, bye.